We are waiting for the all seeing eye this morning. Hello, how are you? Hope all is well in your world. We are currently looking at a really cool and yet kind of mild, wet, strange December morning. Already took Tia out for those who love the Tia. Thank you for everyone who I talk to who says, I like your dog. I appreciate the heads up for that. So let's go over here and have a look at the tweet deck this morning. I think as you grow older, your Christmas list gets smaller, and the things you really want for the holidays can't be bought. I like that a lot. That's a good one. I'm still not getting over this score, 63 to 21. That was the ending, the last straw, unfortunately, for the Chargers. And this gentleman here lost his employment because of it. Brandon Staley. And he was very aggressive for the longest time. So here is a person that they would love to have play, but he has an ankle injury and they don't want to hurt him. They need him for the playoffs and they're going to have to make it without him. We're going to see how effective the Dolphins are without him. It's going to be interesting. CJ Stroud is out for sure. So we'll have to see. And Davis Mills is up to start for the Texans. And our dear friend Brian seemed to know a lot about him. And Pacheco is still injured. He had surgery done to his shoulder. A few things have been taken out. And Baker Mayfield, I hope, can come up with some fire this week and connect with Mike Evans and the other weapons they have. Hopefully, they can run a little bit. That would be awesome. Joe Flacco. I find that last name hard to say. Joe Flacco. He has been underrated for so many years. I can't believe that New York had him. And he showed recently that, he's still got it. He's still got a great arm. He knows what he's doing. He's comfortable in the pocket. He knows his role. He loves the game. You can even tell in this picture that he's loving every moment of it. Like that looks like someone who's very comfortable being there and grateful to be there. And I think when you get older and you're a quarterback and you know that you can still play at 38, there's got to be a level of pride in that. And he talked about he wants to play as long as he can play because he'll have lots of time to rest later. I love this one right here. Let's see if we can get me bigger. There we go. There. Okay. Maturity is when someone hurts you and you try to understand their situation and don't hurt them back. If you agree with that, please put that in the comments. That would be great. Last night was busy. We did a couple shows. It was fun. Uh, Nonsensical nonsense was interesting. I decided to go up and say hello. I don't know how someone can do a 6-hour show. That is incredible. First of all, that you have the stamina to do it, and that you don't run out of content. And they really weren't. They were having fun. And to them, I think it's just a night to hang out. But I did notice there was another level of professionalism there that I don't recognize from Haps. And I think we've both now found common ground, which is great. Also was with Tony D last night and Ted Hicks, Fireman Rich, good old Brian, and Tim Brown. And we were doing the Belt Kings kind of recap, a bunch of us talking. But today is a great day for games. And a lot of, oh boy, many people are going to have a rough time. I can't believe that Derek Carr is still functioning after all the injuries he's had this year. And he's had a crazy amount of Injuries. You could say whatever you want about Derek Carr. Man, is he a tough guy. He really is resilient. All right, let's see. I don't think we'll try this. Well, I don't think it's going to do what I think it's going to do. Let's try this. No, it does. Okay. What do I know? It's perfect. It's in the center. As long as it's in the center there, it's fine. So as you can see here, New Orleans, Derek Carr has had a pretty good year. Not great. Not his best year, but he's racked up a lot of yards this year. And Alvin Kamara is doing okay, but not great. And Chris Olave is, I think, their greatest tool. And Rashid Shaheed, I love that name. I love that it rhymes. Um, he's done very well, and he has a great chance of maybe hitting 1,000 yards production this year, which is not too shaky at all. All right, let's have a quick look here if we can get past. Maybe I'll do it this way. All right, go like this first, and then find it. All right, here we go. So the New York Giants, who were struggling, really struggling. Let's be real. They're on, I believe, quarterback number 4 now, at least number 3, and things are looking good for them right now. They're doing better than most people thought they would. I'm just going to get the stat sheet here. Can I put this on pause? I can't. Perfect. Okay. So let's go down here. Let's find the pregame, and here we go. All right, and click one more. That's a whole bunch of clicks. Click this, and there we go. We got me, we got that. Okay, so New York, yeah. Is Daniel Jones coming back in? Is that real? Interesting. Saquon Barkley's been doing well. Daniel Jones, and yeah, I find this interesting. They've got Daniel Jones here, and not Tommy DeVito. I wonder if that's going to change at game day. Interesting. So for me, if it's Daniel Jones, I'm really thinking this will be the Derek Carr show. They'll do well. So I'm thinking, I would say 30 to 20, maybe something like that, in that range. I may have to put some background music on for a second here. All right, and we're doing well. I have another call in a few minutes. I just wanted to get up here and talk about a few of the games if I could. Read some positive stuff. Anybody who's just waking up, get your first coffee. So important to get that first coffee. Here we go. Who are you voting for between New York? We all know New York is pretty much done. And I have more faith in the Jets winning a few more games. I'm blown away by the Bengals. I think it's phenomenal how well they're doing. So let's get out of here and see what we can do here. Let's have a quick look at Twitter Pro, and there we go. It's amazing what you can do on this. And this is Restream. We are currently on 5 platforms. My brain is a little more awake than usual at this time. I think it's because it's later. You'll end up disappointed if you think people will do for you as you do for them. Unfortunately, not everyone has the same heart as you. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. The type of person who finds peace instead of revenge can never be bothered. I like that. Oh, we got some serious flooding here. Look at this. Coastal flooding in the Tampa Bay area. Strong weekend storm brings inches of surge. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Let's have a look at that. Give me see what it says here. You imagine 73 degrees. Oh, I would love that. I love Florida in the winter months. It's not overly warm, it's just perfect. 73 to me is pretty close to perfect. All right, let's have a quick look here and see what we have. Okay. Can I move this over a bit so we can see a little better? Let's go like this. Put it in the center. See what happens. Let's try this. Click this. All right, yeah, that'll work. Let's do that. So let's take a moment and do a little gratitude for those who are forever supporting. And there are a lot of individuals who daily take their time, shout out, say hello, promote. That's how we all grow, right? If we promote each other on all these different platforms, it will help big time. And I highly recommend following these individuals that you see here. And 78,000 followers. That is impressive. You know, and I know that she developed those just in the last few years. Alicia, who I've followed forever, 174K. And I've known her for maybe 10 years. Great lady. Greg Jenkins is in the same spectrum as I am, somewhere between 30 and 40,000. He might have another platform as well. Chrissy here is 16.5, worldwide romance author. And I was on her show the other day. Maria, there she is, Humphreys. And she has a wonderful voice and great content. And it's true, every moment does count. I would agree with that. We also have Freebird, which is Mark Bird 17, and he has 239,000 followers. That is incredible. And another wonderful Canadian, creating awareness that expands perspectives and space hosts. It's kind of, you know what, that is a cool hashtag. I should see what that comes up with that. This will be helpful for me. Oh, this is nice. And this is at 9:15 today. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm on a call. But I can promote it, and that's something we all can do. We can promote each other. Let's do that right there. What else do we have here? Wake and Bake Radio. God, that's funny. Not my lifestyle, but you know what? Different strokes for different folks. I've noticed even people in my demographic are smoking a lot of weed. Oh, look at this. We've got matchups here. This is a cool list. For those who... Interesting. You know, you could spend your whole life trying to figure out the most popular sports in the world. I do like when people do this. This is a great way to promote your Twitter spaces. It shows everybody that was in your space. And it's so easy to do. Think about it. You just do a screen save. My phone's going crazy here. 1 second, folks. Let's see what we got. I don't think it was important. Oh, it was just telling me about the weather. Yeah. Oh, this is sad. I'm looking at here, and the headline is, "This is the last call for Bill Belichick." I don't know if that's real. I think there's a lot of teams that would take a few moments to have him in their... You know, he may not be a head coach anymore, but man, he'd be a great secondary coach. I don't know if his ego would let him do that. He's definitely not doing it for money. That man has made an insane amount of money in his lifetime. You'd have to be incredibly awful with it not to have any. I would assume he's been, somewhere in the 100 millions between endorsements and all the teams he's played for, and he should be very comfortable. So today we're looking at Sunday's schedule here. We've got the Bears against the Browns. I think that will be a phenomenal game. This is the game I'm so excited about right here. We're looking at the insanely powerful Dallas Cowboys and the Bills, who seem to be on fire. Don't underestimate the Rams right now. I think they have a great chance of winning. The Falcons should be able to take over Carolina. And a lot of people are speculating that the Jets have a very good chance of beating the Dolphins. I would be incredibly shocked and so insanely happy if Tampa Bay with Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans could beat Jordan Love. I think there's a possibility that can happen. Don't underestimate the Patriots. You know, Kansas City, if they lose this, they're in trouble. They have to win this game. The Texans and the Titans, that should be incredibly close, entertaining. Both rosters are showing that they're a little bit banged up. Should be a great game. And I don't know. You know, the Titans are getting a lot more respect for me than they did, say, even a week ago. I was so incredibly happy with, what I saw from Will Levis. I almost said Elvis, I think. You get rubber mouth in the morning. Levis, not Elvis. He has a bit of Elvis in him. He's a little wild. He was so intense the other day. You could see the veins in his forehead. And he was fired up. And I think a lot of individuals love that. I think there's other individuals that will not be, impressed by craziness. They would rather have someone who's stable and quiet. And that's like, the Brock Purdy's, right? That's one of the things I love about Baker Mayfield. He never gives up. And he's not a big guy, but he plays like he's, a full-fledged dog. He tries his best. And I think that might have been his downfall in the past was he would play hurt when he was with the Browns. He did things that maybe he wouldn't have done today being an older man. And I think, if you've been a quarterback for a few years in the league, it's very humbling. I think it's one thing to go from college to the arena of, the NFL, which is truly a business, and people tend to forget that. The Cardinals are exciting. That should be a blowout, though, with San Fran. I have a really sneaking suspicion that the Ravens have a very good chance of making it to the Super Bowl this year. Just a gut feeling. The Jaguars, we'll have to see here. If they're the real deal, they'll be able to beat Baltimore. I would be incredibly shocked. But so many things have happened this year. I don't think I'd be that shocked, to be honest, anymore. Things are wacko with the teams this year. You don't know who's going to win from day to day. And I wonder if it's been hard on those who bet. I know it's been hard on the fantasy football. All right, so let's click this. And let's see if we can get back to the main screen here. All right. Oh, I love that. That's great. Week 15. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Week 15, we are here again, watching, enjoying, exploring all the games. What we'll have to see what people anticipate. I've been incredibly impressed with the Browns this year. I love when a team can do far better than I thought they ever could do. All right, let's click this. Here we go. And we'll hit this. More back to what was formerly TweetDeck is now, I believe, X Pro. And according to this, I have two of them running at once. I don't know how it's doing that, but I guess it is. All right. It's week 15. People in bulk. What the heck does that mean? Oh, he was so heartbroken this year when the Jets fell apart. Will we see Aaron Rodgers this year? I don't know. You know, I should be excited and happy about Raiders Nation, how they got the 63 points, but I find it so disturbing this year that they were shut out by Minnesota the week before. And, you know, some of the games this week were just messy. You know, is that because people are injured? I don't know. It just, and the quarterback play on some of these, you know, less than 500 teams are, it's not good. At one point last night when I was watching the Steelers, I honestly felt like I was watching the XFL for a few minutes. Only the quarterbacks. It just, it's not the same. You know, you get somebody in there and who knows what they're doing, and it can be incredibly entertaining. Like this year for me, my favorite game so far was Philly against the Bills, and where the Bills found a way to win, and Josh Allen looked on fire. And you imagine if Josh Allen had more weapons, reliable weapons, and maybe better coaching. Um, oh, I like this here. It says Jets QB Aaron Rodgers could be medically cleared, but whether he plays depends on his team's wins today. I agree. Why in God's name would you go up there and risk your career literally if you don't have a chance to be in the playoffs? And then just next year, look at next year as a building time, really heal up. The fate of the Patriots coach Bill Belichick has not yet been decided. Yeah, we'll have to see what goes on there. I hope he ends up going to another team, even if he is a secondary coach. You know what's funny? Because I was watching Shannon Sharp yesterday and I noticed that he was talking about relationships and more spiritual and healing things. I was actually quite shocked. So I, in the future now, will probably be more prone to watching his show. So, and I got to see another side of Shannon. Um, I used to love watching him. You know, I loved it. Even though at times he sounds like he has marbles in his mouth. When him and Skip were together, I thought that was a great combination. And I've yet to see in any of these new configurations the same spark that they had together. And I'm hoping in the future that they can bury the hatchet, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But you know, when you see Bill Belichick on the sidelines, you know, screaming in not a respectful way to his quarterback, who, as far as I'm concerned, really deserves to have, you know, respect. He's a wonderful athlete. They would not be anywhere near where they are this year without him. And I do think it's time for a change. Here's a cool picture. I like this. That's very cool. You have to be pretty, what's the word? Comfortable with yourself to be able to wear orange like that. I even like the shoes. Or are they slippers? It's hard to tell. Do you have a Christmas outfit that you guys wear at Christmas? I'm just curious. If you do, put it in the comments. That would be awesome. These are a wild pair of shoes here. Look at this. Let's see if we can get it to come up. Yeah, see, I wouldn't wear those. That's not me. That's too much. They almost look like clown shoes to me. And I'm not trying to offend everyone, right? Different strokes for different folks. So we are close to half an hour. That is perfect for me then I can slice and dice it. If you take a broadcast from Restream and you put it in the studio of TikTok and it's under 30 minutes, then you have the ability to cut it up and reserve it, repurpose it if you'd like. We have time maybe for one more little nugget. Let's do that and see if we can find something here. Let's flick it over. All right. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Let's see if I can get that to go over here. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. There's too much activity going on here. Yeah, this is probably the easiest way. There it is. Okay, we'll get it to come up. Yeah, Lamar Jackson. I'm not a betting man, but I really think he's going to do well this year. Him and Josh Allen, I think are going to do very well. We'll have to see how Patrick Mahomes does. I'm worried about Kansas City. They're defensively excellent. It's the offense. I have very little faith in this year. They're lacking in weapons, and Travis is getting older. He's doing well, but they shouldn't have to put the brunt of the responsibility on his shoulders. Thank you so much. We will see you soon. We'll probably do the Bell Kings broadcast today. I'll try to make it into Tony's broadcast. We were on last night. It was a great show. And we'll have to see what conversation spurs from, several individuals. Probably Fireman Rich will be there and myself. And it'll probably be a small group. Hope to see you around 10:30. Take care.